ask Allah, you will get everything.
Ramadan, Ramadan, what I knew, oh, what
I just so want you to know, this is the best feeling, you know. Life full of blessing, you know. I'm happy this is Ramadan.
Alhamdulillah, it's Ramadan again. It's a holy month to purify my soul.
Yeah, wata Ramadan, watan alfarma, wata mai girma. Mi sadaka, mu fada zakka, kar da mu daina.
Marhaban Ramadan karim, wata ne mai girma. Looking up so high, I think I saw the moon. Now everybody fasting, I'm praying.
Daki maza da mata, aljanna mu farauta, mu yi wa junan mu gata, a wannan wata mu rabauta.
amin, kan karbi aikin amin, karbi ibadan amin, kan kaddara magadan lailatul qadari.
Ramadana ya zo, alhamdulillah. Ramadana ya zo, alhamdulillah. Allah
Kuma tashi tun mu koma ga Allah, dan mu samu tsira.
Allah who is merciful, merciful. His blessing is multiple, multiple. See Ramadan is wonderful, wonderful. What's the blessing it needs us accountable, accountable.
Kada mu manta 'yan uwan mu talakawa, mu raba abinci 'yan uwa kowa.
I'm in the person of Mohammed Halimat Sadia, a final year student of Mercy Senior High School. I study home economics and I want to become a nurse in future.
My name is Baraka. I am in SHS and I study science. I want to become a medical doctor in the future. Here we have a lot of responsibility.
And we are taught to manage our time, respect others, elders, also be focused in life. Mercy Senior High School is my school and my inspiration. So initially, I thought life was about whom you know and not what you know. So my coming here has eliminated that perception in me. Before, I was finding difficult in elective biology, but Alhamdulillah, being in Mercy, I had good teachers who were able to explain things further to me in my understanding. So now I'm one of the best biologists in my class. So you have to learn, acquire knowledge, and excel. With that, we'll be able to get people who can support you to reach high. And with the guidance of Allah, you'll be able to succeed in life.
I'll tell people outside that Mercy Social Center is a prestigious school with professional teachers and madams who impact quality education to students. And the Mercy Social Center is a noble school with good facilities, with well-ventilated classrooms, laboratories, libraries, etc., which are conducive for learning. And I'll tell them to enroll their kids in Mercy to bear witness of our claims.
I'm in the person of Mohammed Halimat Sadia, a final year student of Mercy Senior High School. I study home economics and I want to become a nurse in future.
My name is Baraka. I am in SHS and I study science. I want to become a medical doctor in the future. Here we have a lot of responsibility.
Na Ghana potosi see my parliamentarian bicycle there. I mean nim tam ben obaba be report abe ejuma no. Yes, ni nyina no. And a distance. So when you know akra da sanka e kakra. No traffic. You see how bedu. But parliamentarian so e bia o ha adwon ni constituency. Wan hwe ya bicycle obi betimi yi na free hole. Aha, ntini nyina no buying ball and some other considerations are very very important. Speaker and speaker kasai or kano and also debi. I said Jumano moye no timam fondu do na but on kwa de no wan say or show television no who say nipa pa no office anka say oni say the omuka no enya de e be possible and also debi ma oni ya no mai na intimity also na film no what is going on.
I listened to some of our senior citizens on GTV talking about MPs being given bicycles, not cars or four-wheel drives. The MPs have no problem with being given bicycles because we have been reducing a lot of load from their heads. Because with a bicycle, you know how far you can reach. But it's because of this missing link between Parliament, the MPs, and our citizens that will inform a very senior person to, on TV, call for bicycles to be given to MPs. And when you want to compare, he says, oh, but in UK, we see the sometimes Prime Minister riding a bicycle.
You continue to do it. Yeah, we Speaker of Ghana's Parliament. Yes, Honorable. Yes, Kings for Sumana Baby. Mate, o bicycle na muka no de ene de enye ebano enya de bebaso. Yes, enu akire ni nso no someone said there was some fracas, some kind of give and take between the minority leader and Honorable Muntaka Mubarak. Efa this issue of scam recruitment, the recent recruitment course no. Ni nyina no e ko fan sense bebre e ba ema enra. And I say no any chikrano. They have to refer the minority leader to the privileges committee, where the man sitting in the chair, yes, the deputy, the speaker, who worked on that, yes, there was some apology. The minority leader of Ghana's parliament, yes, Honorable Afenyo Marking, I would say bravo, yes, he has been forthcoming. It's something that quite often we are not used to. Send a baby, you know, and say, oh, there be mankani ye, manyeni ye, mamin chin sign. It's very, very difficult for some people, but it takes leaders to be able to do this. Momentie, Honorable Afenyo Marking, as he apologizes to the Interior Minister on what transpired in Parliament much earlier.
When a member feels strongly about the statement, which is unintended, the right thing to do is to withdraw and apologize to him. Concerns that would arise out of any matter shall be properly brought to his attention. And on this matter, as I've said before, I will repeat it for Hansa, that anything related to him or his ministry is withdrawn. And again,
we Honorable Afenyo Marking. And also na Honorable Muntaka say, whom am I? Yes, whom am I? Say, okay, and I'm okay. Mo pesa member e di minchira mo, de be member. Nti mo man kwati Honorable Muntaka. Minister of Interior, or if apology accepted.
I'm heavily worried. Baraka FM. Who am I to say that if a colleague aids using the same spots or the same microphone in the same chamber, FM. Now comes back to say he has withdrawn and is apologizing. Who am I to say that I'm going to play God and I will not accept it? I accept it wholeheartedly, and I pray that these guys all.
Yes, we Honorable Muntaka Mubarak. I'll say yes. Senipano who say I am funso. No, which is what you signed there, and they say the best thing is for me to also accept it. But they mean penny say going forward no nyina yenhwe na enye adwuma yi na yenko ye sanyama no enko tiatia ebemu fa hundie so ntino we ni de ekoso but later the friend is saying the man sitting in the chair Ahiagbo. I don't know the name, whether I'm getting it right. Yes. He say this particular thing that happened with regards to the allegations of the recruitment scam and what have you should be expunged from the parliament. Your friend saying some of the parliament is the House of Records. You say if you are Chinabi or because we any idea is see into say omi free ten also the audit
that those words complained about by the minority leader and complained about by the minority leader is accordingly ordered to be expunged from the record as if it does not exist. By so doing, the matter is put to rest.
Yes, the matter has been deleted. It doesn't exist again. In see you cry, Sana speaker or patchere. We need the see, but answer no. Something is happening in terms of our inflation. According to those who are skeptics, they're saying that one year na nyamabo akosoro enchibiano because looking at dynamics. Yes, also stakeholders in that particular industry, Ghana Statistical Service, and those in the oil, those in the business sector, all of them have beginning to come out and giving caution. Say abayhwe na umfa enhye emfantu yakwem se na be abetimi aboa to guide all of us. Andani, yes, Dr. Andani Al Hassan, yes, from the Ghana Statistical Service, we any day on also Eddie Tuja for the explanation on inflation and matters arising.
Thank you very much. Statistical Service have 307 items in our basket, of which we use to measure the inflation in the country. So as it is not all food items, or it is only food items or items that are consumed mostly by households through the Ghana Living Standard Study that we have had these items 307 that we measure to get our inflation rate. So, and if you observe and if you observe the regional inflation figures, you realize that it is not unique. So that tells us that our location also determines what happened to our expenditure patterns or our consumption patterns. So that would actually illustrate why you see that people will say we are not feeling it in our pocket based on their location. Others will also enjoy it based on what their location. If you look at the bottom contributors of inflation, if your consumption pattern is based on this, like garden eggs, pawpaw, fish fried, cocoyam leaves, that's contumely, okra, tomatoes, cabbage, grapes and maize, or carrot, certainly you'll be enjoying very lesser pricing as somebody who had also gotten a different taste of what he is going to consume. So certainly we don't have a unique situation where everybody can enjoy lower price and feel it in his pocket. I give this example as if you look at currently what is happening in February 2026, the inflation is 3.3% as against February last year, which was a bit higher. If you look at petrol, where petrol prices at that time could have been more than what we are enjoying today. Certainly, if you buy a less fuel to fill your car today, you are going to have a difference in your pocket because you have savings as per the pricing of petrol today.
Right.
I'm just using this as an example. There are other areas where you go. You buy certain items at a lower price based on what they do and based on their consumption patterns. So people feel it in their pocket, but as a test, based on their location, they might be thinking that no, we don't feel it. Besides that, inflation is one component of measuring cost of living. It is not entirely defining cost of living. So when you merge cost of living to inflation, you might be comparing apples and mangoes, which are not indeed the same. So these are certain things that we need to actually observe before we come to say we are not feeling it in our pocket. Even enjoying consistent price levels means we are better. Certainly, let's look at the government, for instance. Major, if you look at the inflation currently, imported inflation is also on the low trend or lower trend. And if we buy our inputs or import them from abroad, certainly we are doing that at a lower cost. And for that matter, production will also be at a lower cost, affecting pricing of the various goods or services that we are coming to render. So if the government maintains the fiscal discipline, it means we price data first week of every month and release same first week of the next or the coming month. So we maintain this standard so that at least you can have comparability international wise. So we go to the market, collect the pricing, and then come and do the analysis. Whatever analysis that we have come.
Yes, we Dr. Al-Hassan Andani, yes, and yeah, the former Stanbic Fencing CEO, we from the Ghana Statistical Service, and analysis about what is happening in the food basket. Yes, one other person who is also in the same industry was also trying to explain to us regarding what is happening between the America, Israel, and Iran conflicts, and this has to do with Dr. Obeng, yes, Dr. Obeng, CEO, Petroleum Hub.
Can you imagine if we had a fully functioning petroleum hub where we have stored petroleum product and prices have shot up now to I think $83 per barrel? If we have that, we ship and then we're making money, simple. And then if we are praying that it doesn't affect our petroleum prices, but if it continues, our petroleum price would export price might go up. If we had that on our own, we may not be thinking in the short term this price increase.
So this is from the CEO of Petroleum Hub, Dr. Obeng, and also Eka Nafim said, if it continues, and that's why world leaders must come together. Donald Trump, it's not more than, in fact, when they went to their own parliaments, he still had the note. Yes, 43 against 53 or so. So they still have the edge to continue this uncalled for, unnecessary war at this time. And if it continues, there's a possibility it can affect Ghanaians. The aid to the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. When he said also Umrah, small Hajj. Unfortunately, he was caught up at Dubai and he could not fly because the air is not really safe. So he has to pass through the underground. Mukaitama, Libyan President Bakrumha. Similar one happened to the Vice President, former Vice President. He and his wife, Samira Bawumia, were caught up. And fortunately for us today, as we speak, they are in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, observing their Umrah peacefully. Esquire, yes, my own brother, Akbar, he speaks on behalf of the former Vice President.
Indicated, the conflict started and they got their airspace closed. And so it was with some diplomatic assistance that he was able to drive by road from Doha to Saudi Arabia in order to enable him to perform the Umrah. So as we speak, he has arrived in Saudi Arabia, and hopefully on Saturday he would leave Saudi Arabia. They have been safe, throughout their stay in Doha, and they're currently out of the place and in Saudi Arabia.
We any day update some of the newspapers even captured this, yes, because we were worried. We understand there was going to be an evacuation, but later it was settled. So he has to use the underground. That's instead of using the flights, he has to use by road. So that's also another form of transport. So it was easy. We are thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala making it possible for him to be safe, and his wife and all Ghanaians are also safe. We are so happy for that. So we're going for a short break. When you come, then when you return, like I told you much earlier, we're going to have a conversation with some of our health practitioners from the Insawam Government Hospital. Going for a short break.